Queen Sofia's critical health condition worrying the royal family, a summer of challenges and separations. Every summer, as a habit that has been formed for decades, Queen Emeritus Sofia leaves the capital Madrid to find a peaceful place on the Mediterranean coast, Marivent Palace in Majorca. It is not only a place to escape the hot summer sun, but also a familiar resting place, where she finds peace of mind, far from the hustle and bustle of royal life. But this summer, a special summer, everything is no longer the same. Deciding to stay in Madrid, a difficult but necessary change. This year, at the age of 86, Queen Sofia was forced to make a decision that was not easy. She would not spend the entire summer in Marivent as she did every year. Her serious health problems have left her with no strength to stay alone on the island for too long, especially since her closest companion, her sister Irene of Greece, is also battling an illness and cannot accompany her. The decision was made after many emotional conversations with her sisters and with King Felipe VI, her son. They eventually agreed that, for reasons of health and age, it would be risky for Queen Sofia to spend too much time alone in the summer palace. As much as she loves Majorca, she has to accept her own limitations. She is scheduled to leave for Marivent on Monday, but this time not with her entire family, but with only Felipe VI, her only son. If the princesses cannot arrange to come with her, she will have to cut short her vacation and return to Madrid in mid-August. A quiet and nostalgic summer. For Sofia, this summer is more than just a change of plans for health reasons. It is a reminder that an era is coming to an end, the era of summer reunions at Marivent, where the Spanish royal family used to laugh and talk in the peaceful days, before the shadow of the noose scandal fell on the Bourbon family. After the noose case involving Iñaki Urdangarin, Princess Cristina's husband, large gatherings in Majorca have gradually disappeared. The royal family members no longer appear together as before, the atmosphere has lost its usual warmth. For Sofia, this is a deep pain. She, who once nurtured and maintained the bond between members, now accepts the separation in silence. There is not much time left to spend with the people I love, a person close to the royal family shared her thoughts. And perhaps because she understands this, each remaining summer becomes more precious than ever for the woman who was once a symbol of patience, sacrifice and peace. Health is alarming. Anxiety spreads in the family. According to some sources close to her, Queen Sofia's health is at an alarming level. Although the royal family has not officially confirmed any specific diagnosis, the drastic change in her summer routine, a tradition she has not broken for decades, is a clear sign that things are not the same. Over the past year, she has appeared in public less often, and when she does appear, she is always accompanied and supported. Corridor information shows that she has some serious problems related to the heart and blood pressure, along with the decline in health due to age. The royal family's personal doctors have advised against long-distance travel and that relatives should be present in case of emergency. That is why Felipe VI decided to temporarily put aside many of his state responsibilities to accompany his mother to Marivent, a sacrifice of great love between the king and his elderly mother. The royal family is at risk of losing its spiritual pillar. Besides being the mother of the king, Queen Sofia has also been a symbol of stability and standards in the Spanish royal family. Throughout the tumultuous decades, from the abdication of Juan Carlos I to the rifts within the family, she has always played a key role in maintaining stability, uniting the family, and maintaining the royal family's public image. If Sofia were to pass away, it would not only be an emotional loss for Felipe VI, Elena, Cristina and their grandchildren, but also the end of a chapter written in devotion, steadfastness and dignity. She is the last of the old royals, those who lived for duty, not for glory. No one in the family wants to think about the worst-case scenario, but at the same time, they understand that they need to cherish every moment with her. More frequent calls, more discreet visits, all are efforts to show love, even though each person has their own responsibilities. A quiet farewell to Majorca? Without the return of the princesses or the full participation of her grandchildren, this summer could be the last time Queen Sofia spends time in Marivent in a familiar setting. A peaceful Majorca, no longer the familiar laughter, no longer the image of a silver-haired grandmother patiently playing with her grandchildren on the sand. Perhaps in these few remaining days, she wants to return to Marivent as a way to say goodbye, without noise, without sadness, to the place that has been associated with her old age. A lonely summer, but full of meaning. While public opinion is still speculating, the Spanish royal family has chosen a respectful silence. But in Felipe's anxious eyes, in the absence of the grandchildren in Majorca, and in Sofia's slow steps, everyone understands. This summer will not be just another summer. It's a gentle yet heartbreaking reminder that time is finite, and love should be cherished while it still can. The quiet and powerful presence of Felipe VI. Over the years, the relationship between Queen Sofia and her son, Felipe VI, has always been considered a special bond. Although each has their own role in the royal court, there has always been a deep bond between them, not only in the name of mother and son, but also in mutual trust and respect. This year, when Felipe learned that his mother was not well enough to spend the summer alone in Marivent, he did not hesitate to put aside many of his political activities to accompany her. Not in the limelight, not in public, but with a simple but profound presence. He understands that the time spent with his 86-year-old mother is becoming more precious than ever. In Majorca, Felipe will spend most of his time with Sofia, chatting, walking in the quiet gardens around the palace, and listening to her recall old memories. Perhaps for this monarch, the afternoons with his mother in Marivent are more precious than any court session. It is not only a way to repay his motherly love, but also an effort to preserve the last memories with the woman who once protected him from many political storms. The absence of the princesses. The gap is even bigger. One of the things that makes Sofia's summer this year so heavy is the absence of her two daughters, Infanta Elena and Infanta Cristina. For many reasons, both princesses cannot join the vacation in Marivent, even though they know that their mother needs their presence more than ever. In particular, the relationship between the Queen and Cristina used to be very close in the past, but after the news scandal, everything changed. Although Sofia has never publicly turned her back on her daughter, she has been forced to accept the fact that the rift in the royal family has created a distance that is not easy to heal. Now, as her health declines, she feels even more isolated, not just physically, but also emotionally distant from her family. A source close to her said, "She understands the situation, but that doesn't mean she isn't sad. Every afternoon, she longs to see the faces of her children who used to cling to her on the beaches of Majorca." Marivent, a memory of the past, and a quiet separation. For the Spanish public, Marivent is more than just a summer palace. It is a symbol of the royal family in its harmonious years. The image of Queen Sofia sitting among her children and grandchildren, quietly observing everyone with a loving gaze, used to bring a sense of warmth amid political turmoil. But now, that palace seems to have become a symbol of desolation. No longer filled with laughter, no longer with dinners together under the sunset. For Sofia, every corner of Marivent holds a memory. The sound of children's footsteps running on the cobblestone corridors, the sound of guitars in the evenings, and hugs from her former husband, King Juan Carlos I, who is now living in exile in Abu Dhabi. Those things are now just memories, and perhaps, in the heart of this elderly woman, Majorca is no longer a place of rest, but a place where she quietly bids farewell to the most beloved things in her life.